that has the ability to calculate in the energy department, do 1,000,000 billion calculations per second.
Are you stupid or something?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 1,000,000 billion calculations per second. We're doing 1,000,000 billion calculations every single day here on The Betty Show, and we are bringing you the news as it is breaking, and we have breaking news for you right now. The breaking news banner, go! Boom! We're bringing in banners, and boom! Libs are being brought into the clink to prison. Wow, what a bunch of psychopaths. These people don't know when to quit. A woman has been arrested for threatening to assassinate the judge who's overseeing the Trump Mar-a-Lago case right now. Her name is Judge Cannon. She's based here out of Florida, and she has just given Trump multiple massive legal victories. And the legal filing today by Trump's team is airtight, incredible, game over for Joe Biden. Tune in tomorrow morning when we go and break down every single detail of the new filing for Donald Trump. But Judge Cannon is on fire. She has kicked and punted and absolutely bitch slapped the DOJ and kicked them right in the balls over this Mar-a-Lago raid, over a warrant that should never have been issued. It's hard to go through all of the many things that she did in her ruling, but she just absolutely crushed them. And now the left is looking to do what they always do. Do you remember the guy who's roaming around Brett Kavanaugh's neighborhood with a gun and tactical gear, ready to kill Brett Kavanaugh? Now a woman has been arrested for trying to kill this judge. Insanity. This is the judge that's just overseeing the case. All she's done so far is appoint a special master and has given some pretty brutal based rulings against the DOJ. Here's the news.
And in addition, we've also just learned that a Texas woman has been arrested for allegedly leaving a series of threatening voicemail messages for the judge handling this part of the case, Eileen Cannon. Court documents are detailing how this woman, Tiffany Gish of Houston, left 3 voicemails for Judge Cannon, threatening to have her assassinated in front of her family.
Wow, she must have been so upset about all of the rationale behind the DOJ's raid of Donald Trump. She must have read this document. Must have been incredible for her. Amazing, truly. Hopefully she can read Braille. It is truly shocking. The left, they have weaponized the national discourse. They have radicalized their base, even MSNBC saying so.
We know that the Justice Department has charged a woman with threatening Judge Cannon, the judge presiding over all of this. What can you tell us about that? And it's just incredibly disturbing.
It is, Kristen. According to the criminal complaint, this woman made some vile and disgusting threats over voicemail and email directed at the judge, was arrested, has been charged. But it's also true that, according to the complaint, she has a history of mental instability and was interviewed by the Secret Service for making death threats against Donald Trump. So in this case, it seems like a mentally disturbed individual, but it underscores how volatile this whole situation is right now, and people who are on the edge are pushed over the edge by some of the rhetoric that's rocketing around our politics.
Yeah, really smart way to put that.
Okay, so I tend to agree. I know, timestamp it, Benny agrees with MSNBC, but that's Ken Dallian there. This guy totally sucks. This guy's been wrong on so many different issues. This guy is the reason why we have a Russiagate. That same guy, go back and look into his past. That same scumbag, his name's Ken Dallian. He was one of the foremost Russiagate propagators. He is an absolute apparatchik for the deep state on MSNBC. This is exactly the kind of reporter that ratchets up the temperature. Donald Trump going golfing today at his golf course in Washington, D.C. He landed, and Donald Trump in a statement saying he wants to tone down the temperature. Donald Trump, of course, doing that in a massive filing that hit this morning that was airtight from his brand new lawyer. And some of the legal experts that we spoke with said that this is game over for Joe Biden. Again, we'll go into detail tomorrow morning, but it looks like Joe Biden is going to get a big, fat L on this one, but it doesn't mean that the left is going to take that lying down. In fact, the fanatical left, as you heard in that clip, a person who is deeply mentally ill, that certainly sounds like your modern day blue anon, foaming at the mouth, Democrat pablum, leftist voter, these people who have been utterly radicalized by their the politicians, the tastemakers, the people who create the news inside of the Democrat Party, the people who attempt to create hoaxes after hoaxes after hoaxes. How many times? It's like taking the ball. It's like taking the ball, okay? You got the Labrador. How many times you take the ball, you act like you throw it, and the lab runs, and it's like kind of mean to the dog because it doesn't know that you didn't throw the ball, and the dog will like run and run and run forever and ever and ever. This is what Dems do to their base. We got Trump this time. Got him. This is how Newsmax reported it.
And a Texas woman has been charged with threatening to kill a federal judge, Eileen Cannon. Judge Cannon is the federal judge who issued the order requiring a special master to review the documents seized at Mar-a-Lago on August 8th. Tiffany Shea Gish of Houston allegedly left 3 voicemails threatening Judge Cannon. According to the criminal complaint, Gish identified herself as a fictional movie character who was a Russian spy. She is also accused of threatening the judge with bombs and snipers in the curse-filled voicemails.
Okay, so let's just say that there is a major mental illness problem on the left. I think everyone has seen that. The meltdowns from Brett Kavanaugh's nomination to Roe v. Wade being overturned. These people are hysterical. Their religion is politics. Their God is the government. These sick individuals don't know what real justice is. And Judge Cannon, God bless you. We have a brand new prop here at the Benny Show. It's you probably can't read it, but it says based on the top. This is the based. We rule that Judge Cannon is based. All right? Boom. So it is decided. God bless Judge Cannon. Pray for her. These psychopaths are out there attempting to destroy her life and attempting to cause harm to her, leaving her again like suicidal ideation level voicemails from these absolutely deranged, mentally ill individuals. We truly hope that Judge Cannon has security, and we certainly hope that everyone stays safe out there. Joe Biden didn't want people to stay safe today at a cancer survivors event, telling people who have survived cancer not to commit suicide. Meaning, like, don't jump during my event. Now, I've heard Joe Biden speak before. We have to watch these events. Sometimes we feel like jumping. Here's what Joe Biden said.
Being here, you have beautiful daughters. They're great kids. And I want to thank all of you, the cancer patients, survivors, caregivers, and don't jump from up there, okay? And all for all the leaders of science and medicine.
I want to thank all the cancer survivors who've survived cancer, and God bless all of you. I come from actually a long line of cancer survivors. Also, don't jump, people who are attending my speech. Is this something that Joe Biden regularly says? The answer is yes, absolutely. Anybody who covers this show, Danny and ALX, who watch every Joe Biden speech on Team Benny, they can tell you Joe Biden regularly says this, and we regularly feel like maybe there's nothing left to live for after we watch Joe Biden's speeches. That's because when Joe Biden's done with his speech, check this out. Joe Biden was done with his speech today and continued the play of playing the nursing home patient who wandered into the street with his ass cheeks showing from outside of his nightgown, it was still plugged into his machines. Here's Joe Biden after his event was done.
God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you for listening. Ambassador and Jack, come on back up. Thank you very much. Keep up the fight. Thank you. I'm going to walk.
I just watched that with you guys. For the first time. I don't have anything to say. I don't want to curse anyone. I don't want to be mean to anyone. Try to be like a Christian dude. Try to read my Bible. But I'll be damned if these people who did this to Joe Biden didn't know that they were committing elder abuse against this guy. This is elder abuse. This is what's going on here. It's elder abuse. This is Joe Biden, like, after every speech. The music's playing. Where did I go? Where am I? well, come on, where's Corn Pop? It's so sad. I mean, so sad. Now, Joe Biden gave multiple speeches. Did you know this? Joe Biden gave multiple speeches today. And Joe Biden, who is currently leading the United States of America, isn't able to pronounce the name of our own country. Please, serenity now. Joe Biden doesn't know how to say USA.
It's frustrating. It's inconvenient. And it's bad for the environment. And there's simply no reason for it. This is the United States of America, for God's sake. This is who we are. This is not what we should be doing.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain. First off, Joe Biden, you're fake Catholic. You believe in abortion, okay? I'm going to let God sort all that out. But, you're like literally against your own church. In the teachings of life, you, sir, do not take the Lord's name in vain. Stop saying for God's sake. You clearly don't believe in God, or you need to be reconnected with God. And the other thing that needs to be reconnected in Joe Biden's life is his brainstem, because it clearly isn't functioning. Listen to the most painful 17 seconds you will ever hear on The Benny Show.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable. We've never fully lived up to it. We've never before walked away from it. Never before walked away from it.
You remember this? You know the thing? Joe Biden trying to remember the Constitution? You know the thing. All men and women created by it. You know the thing. Joe Biden just called it the United States of Corn Pop. Was a bad dude. I got hairy legs. Turned blonde in the sun. It's all fun and games until you realize that people actually could get hurt because of Joe Biden and the radical policies of the left. And, you might recall that every single time some nut job on either side does something bad, well, when the right does it, when it's someone of the right, it's always seen as a fomentation of violence. Every single person who's of the right, like me, is dragged out. Every tweet is dragged out. You have the potential to be kicked off social media. Hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe tens of thousands of conservatives kicked off social media after various events that the left wanted to criticize, and then no one gets kicked off social media. When a man who was a Bernie Sanders volunteer, his name is escaping me right now. This man, I try and remember his name because the media certainly wants to memory hole this guy. He went and shot up a GOP baseball practice for the congressional baseball team. This was in 2017. This guy, he was from Indiana. He was a Bernie Sanders volunteer, and he goes and he nearly murders multiple members of Congress. Now, nobody, and by the way, I went through all of his Facebook pages at the time. I was a writer at the time for Daily Caller, and it's like, I went through all of his Facebook pages, and this guy was like total blue-and-on psychopath, okay? James Hodgkinson. There you go. Thank you, ALX. I knew you'd have me there, buddy. James Hodgkinson. This guy, lib, psycho, blue-and-on, Bernie Sanders supporter, check, Trump derangement syndrome. He goes up and shoots the worst shooting in congressional history. Goes and shoots up a bunch of members of Congress. Never heard a thing about it. Not a single word. Nothing. Unbelievable. And the only people who get shot on January 6th is, the only people who get shot on January 6th is Ashley Babbitt, right? Incredible. You never hear the names James Hodgkinson. You never hear anything about the left and their extremism. And they're waiting for somebody to get hurt. And that's what's going to happen. You heard about the guy with Kavanaugh. Now you're looking at this judge. They'll never be held accountable for their ratcheting up of the rhetoric. What are you supposed to think when you watch Joe Biden give a Hitlerian speech in front of a blood-red background, and he says things like this about half the damn country?
What's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Got it. Okay, so we're a threat to the very foundations of the Republic. What wouldn't you do to stop a threat to the very foundations of the Republic? What wouldn't you do? It is truly remarkable, and it is truly painful, and it is truly egregious. And if we don't lower the temperature a little bit in this country, I'm a brawler, I'm a street fighter, I'm a guy who's trying to be out there to protect my people, okay? We've got a movement that I'm trying to protect. But I got to tell you, we got to tone down the temperature. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't care what they believe. I don't want anyone to get hurt, okay? Not even the Marxists running the government. I want them to lose power. I might want them to go to prison if they deserve it, and I think a lot of them do. I don't want anyone to get hurt, man. That's not the way. That ain't the way. So I got to lower this temperature on this thing. Joe Biden and his regime, man, they are playing with fire. They're desperate. They want permanent power. They want it forever, just like a classic Marxist. They're going to try and do everything they can to get it. Glad they're putting this lady in jail. She belongs in jail. Put more of them in jail. These people are unhinged. Anybody who's seen an Antifa or BLM rally up close knows. They know. All these people are foot soldiers for the Democrat Party. It's time to break this party for 100 years and make sure that you really can't run as a Democrat anymore in this nation. We can do that in November by voting, okay? And we can make this as extreme as some of the, broken leftist movements around, the rest of the Western world. It's a good thing to do because these people deserve it. They deserve to have their party thrown in the garbage where it belongs, okay? And they deserve to be shamed because of their terrible ideas and because of the terrible things they propagate on the rest of us. So here's me just saying, ladies and gentlemen, good, lock them up, keep going. My name is Benny Johnson. This has been our special little evening rant of The Benny Show. I hope you liked it. See you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And also, if you want to do us a favor, please consider signing up for the podcast. Throw the podcast link right there, Benny Johnson /subscribe. We'll get you signed up so that I can reach your ear balls every single day without any censors in between you and me and you. Come on. That's why we do this show. It's great. All right? It's great. When they try and censor us, we throw the flag. We're getting props around here. I really like it. One last based for sweet, sweet Judge Cannon. Based Judge, God bless you. We're praying for you. Good night.